All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach very well. Why not this truth from and salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also shalom to all the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And on today, man, just basically again and touching on the hatred that these nations show, man. You know, because it's a big doctrine that these fools are coming out with, saying all nations can be saved. But guess what? These nations do not want to save you, man. It's a perpetual hatred that comes from Esau, but also the rest of the nations, whether it be Ham, Ishmael, and right here, the video I'm finna show you is Elam, man. Because one of the biggest problems, for the lack of better words, in all these countries is who? So-called black people, you know? That's why even once you go into these different cultures, for the lack of better words, every culture have a ghetto, or every culture have a place where the Israelites basically is getting shunned. You know, now I have a video right here from this guy, Seal on tour. He's a pretty funny guy, but one thing that I like to do about, one thing I liked about his video is that he don't go, when he go to foreign places, he don't go to the traveler place. No, he go into the hood, you know, where the commoners are, man. You know, and again, instead of him going to India and he going into the Taj Mahal, he went to a place of a slum. You know what it says foreigner ventures deep into Mumbai's worst ghetto. Now let's see what happens, man.
I have not seen anyone else, you know.
Negro.
No.
Him negro.
I don't think you can say that.
India. Now right now, let me start off with this, man. You know, because there's a part of biblical prophecy being made manifest. Because why somebody over here on the other side of the world know about Negro? And they laughing it like it's a joke or a crack. Not knowing that the Negroes is the children of Yasharallah, man. Judah to be exact. That's the same tribe that the Lord of Lords and Kings of Kings came from, man. You know, that's an honor to be from that tribe. But here in this society, in this world, ultimately it's a disgrace into a lot of these people, man. That's why it's such thing as whitewashing, niggas bleaching their skin because they want to be accepted by this society. So let's get this real quick. This is the book of Deuteronomy 28, and I'm gonna jump down to verse 37. It says, this Deuteronomy 28 and 37. It says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a pryword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. So again, wherever we was going to be landed at, whether it be India, Africa, Europe, somewhere, we was going to be known to have bywords. Even America, you known as a nigger. And even throughout the whole course of the world, nigga is just a word that's synonymous with the black people. Negro is a word that's synonymous with the black people. So this is a part of biblical prophecy jumping off the page, man. You know, this prophecy is being fulfilled right here. Let's play a little bit more.
Am I the only foreigner to come here?
I have not seen anyone else, you know.
Negro.
Him?
No. Him negro.
I don't think you can say that.
India.
got the
Negro.
end
In
Negro.
today's PC climate, you cannot say that.
Negro. India.
Guys, you're gonna get canceled. What is he trying to say? He's just like a dark-skinned boy?
Yeah, he's saying that he's a son of a Negro.
Oh, so are there black people living here?
You can't find black people, but mostly black people are doing illegal shit over here. They are selling all the fucking drugs and everything over here.
So he's basically telling you that being an Israelite comes with a stigma. And you talking some, they sell drugs and stuff, but this guy is, in the doobie. Synonymously while he's talking shit about the nation of Israel. But again, this is just one major fact to show you that we are the children of Yasharallah, man. You know, the whole world know we are. The whole world know about our persecution and our affliction, man. But the whole world don't do nothing about it. You know, it ain't like India is jumping in on our behalf saying, hey, calm down, America. Those are the children of Yasharallah. No, they actually forwarding the affliction. Because the guys that's, your local gas station owners, your local beauty supply owners, these are the same guys that look down on you. But guess what? You tend to give them your business every time, Let's go ahead and get something real quick. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 9. And I'm going to start at verse 12. It says, as it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us. Yes. And this is the reason why we're stuck in the ghettos. One word that ghetto means is what? A place where the Jews dwell. Now, who was the head tribe of Jews? Who's the head tribe of the Jews? Judah, which is who? The Negroes, man. But again, these people using it like it's a crack, like it's a joke, man. Niggas would rather be an Edomite than the Israelite. Let's continue on. And that's a part of the evil too. Because instead of us being known as that royal people, that nation of standard, guess what happens, man? We have been cast low to the earth. Let's get this real quick again. It says, as it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us. Yet may we not our prayer before the Lord our power, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth. And that's why a lot of these people in these foreign lands are suffering, man. Because they're not acknowledging Yahweh and Shema Shai. It's Israelites over there in India still worshiping cows and things like that. And nothing happening. Actually, things are getting worse. Ever since you got that new cow and you thought it was your grandmother, Let's go ahead and continue on, though. It says, therefore hath the Lord watched upon the evil and brought it upon us, for the Lord our power is righteous in all his works, which he doeth, for we obeyed not his voice. So the reason why we are a byword, in the proverb is because what? We sinned against the Lord. And that's why it's always a stigma with being an Israelite. And it ain't even got nothing to do with the skin color, because even the Mexicans and the Native Americans who don't have really, really dark skin, which a lot of them do, it's some Mexicans that's darker than me, but at the same time, the ones that do have their dark skin, for lack of better words, they're bleached just for the acceptance of that world or that society, man. Especially, Manasseh, the Cubans, they known for that. Benjamin known for that too, bleaching their skin for the acceptance of the world. Because you don't want to be known as being a Negro. And only thing Negro means is black, man. And even though they try to push the narrative, black is beautiful. But they also push forth the coloring. That's also you pushing forth colorism, But at the same time, this psychological warfare that Esau have pushed upon our people is really wearing off now, man. Because it's Yahweh Shema Shai who push forth the narrative, but it's also the Yahweh Shema Shai that push forth the truth, man. And the truth is that with the nation of Israel, starting off with the Negroes all the way down to Ishkar, which are the Mexicans, are who? The children of Israel, the princes of the power, the royal people upon the earth. Let's go in and continue on, though. Let's get down to the point. This continuing on. And now, O Lord, our power, thou hast brought thy people forth out of the land of Egypt with a mighty hand, and hast gotten thee renown. As this day we have sinned, we have done wickedly. And that's it, man, because we sinned against the Lord, and that's the reason why we fell into this wicked estate. So let's go ahead and get this into the point. I skipped over it. This is the book of Daniel 9 and verse 12. It says, and he confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judge us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as it hath been done upon Jerusalem. And that's the spirit, man. Because again, all the nations know about our suffering. It's not like it's no excuse what happens to the black Latinos and Native Americans here, man. Basically somebody calling you a Negro over there saying you're a thug and you ain't gonna make it past 25. That's the stigma that comes with being an Israelite. But again, the reason why that stigma is upon us is because we sinned against our power. But also it's a time when our power is going to redeem us. That's why we read down, it says he's going to leave a remnant. The renown, for the lack of better words, man. Because ultimately, in the midst, of the 2/3 scaring away, it will be a small number that will return unto their righteousness, man. They will return into the Heavenly Father. And that's the nations and Esau's biggest fear. Why? Because they want us to continue to be in the mindset of a nigga, man. They want to be in the mindset of partying and bullshit, which is what? The mindset of death. Let's get this to Psalms 21. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? And part of the vain things that these heathens are imagining is us being in captivity forever. A part of the things too is that you are going to be saved. It's not going to be no damn Elamite that's going to be upon the chariots of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Now all the heathens are going to get hit with the missiles, but guess what? Not one heathen will be upon the chariot with Yahushua. Because why? It's ultimately salvation is meant for the Jews. And again, who are the Jews? Starting off with Judah, which are who? The Negroes. Again, let's continue on. It says the kings of the earth set themselves together, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed. So again, they're not having a beef with everybody upon the planet Earth. They ain't say, yeah, you a Negro and a white man. You a cute, you a Chinese, you a chink, you a Jewish guy. You an Ashkenazi. No, they said you a Negro. And again, it was a stigma that came behind it, which shows you that we are the Israelites. This guy don't know what happens in California. This guy don't know what happened in Alabama, but he know what a Negro is. Let's go ahead and continue on, though. It says, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. So ultimately, they don't want us to return back into our power. They want us to continue to be under the mindset of a Negro. They don't want you to be in the mindset of Judah. Because once you're in the mindset of Judah, now you're claiming your royalty, man. Let's go ahead and continue on. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Why? It says, the Lord shall have them in derision. Yes, because you're going to be confused when your new world order don't come off the ground. Because you thought that the Lord was with you the whole time. You making fun of the Negroes, you having blackface and different things like that. You thought Yahweh Hashem Yahushua was just going to sit back and be with you, not knowing that he just building up your charges for your destruction, man. It says, then he shall speak unto them in his wrath, and a part of the Lord speaking unto these people in his wrath is by the way of the prophets, man. Because again, you should not want this nation to be saved, man. Because this nation wouldn't save you for all, Again, this guy just said, black people, they are in all type of illegal shit. He's saying he's a son of a Negro. He come from black people. You come from the Jews. So it's a stigma from, that's what he was basically saying. And this is not no place in New Jersey. No, this is all on the other side of the world in India, man. Let's go ahead and continue on. It says, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. Because guess what? The Lord is going to vex you by destroying your kingdom. That Elamite kingdom, to the Ishmaelite kingdom, to the Hamite kingdom, all the way up into the Edomites, man, which is this beast system as a whole. And again, there's no way that these nations can be saved because the nations wouldn't save you, man. Jake always have a kind heart, but you can't have a kind heart towards your enemies. So yeah, I pray that this video was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashum, Yahushua Bahashum Kakodash. I want to give that honor to my apostle, Elders Great Millstone, and Shalom.